As you guys know, I'm a major promoter of languages. You know, it's important to learn more than one because, well, it benefits us. I mean, mentally it does because we're able to communicate with more people. And communication, as you know, it's one of the key things in being human. Even in animals, it's very important. But I just want King Chuj here to give his perspective on languages. And I guess I'll just let him speak. And what's your take on languages, though?
Well, first of all, hi everyone. My name is Kitze. I am from the Nawa Pipil tribes of Kushkatang, Central America, and I believe that languages are extremely important for us to acknowledge and respect and try to revitalize them as much as we can. There is a movement of revitalization going on throughout many indigenous Western Hemispheric tribal areas. But even though I get this a lot, where like people say, "Why do you want to learn your language if we don't even use it here no more as a common trade language?" And what I tell them is that we still use it for prayer. We still use it to communicate with people that do speak it in these small indigenous towns that still exist sprinkled throughout the whole Western Hemisphere. And yes, it's good to learn many languages. I advise people to learn as much as they can because I noticed that when a person from Asia or Europe or even Africa come to the Western Hemisphere, to the Americas, they are praised by people and that they know 5-6 languages. But when we speak 2 or 3 languages, when we are multilingual, no one cares, and they actually try to stop us and suppress us from learning more languages. They want us to just learn English. If we're in Hispanic governments down south, they want us to just learn Spanish. But people, foreigners who come and speak 7 languages, they're praised. And when you're a multilingual person, it shows signs of intelligence. It actually exercises both sides of your brains, and this is good for communication, like the ancient times, where people communicated through systems of which we call highways now. All these highways, like the interstates, were the ancient trade routes that were built on top of the freeways were built on top of these ancient trade routes. And when we took these trade routes, we spoke many languages along the way to trade with people. So we just have to go back to knowing our languages because they hold key to how our ancestors thought and their meanings through the hieroglyphs, through the petroglyphs, through the pentoglyphs, through the oral stories, through the plants and the medicines they talked about, and the stories of different of legends and animals and of creation. All of these stories that were passed on through generations makes more sense through the original language because there's some words and phrases that you cannot explain in the Latin and the Anglo language. And that's why I feel it's extremely important to at least know a little bit of your first of all, know where you come from, because we have lost tribe members everywhere, and once you pinpoint the location of your tribe, that's what you represent, and learn that language. And I strongly advise people to do that, because by knowing your identity and knowing some of your language, it builds back international law of true sovereignty, not no BIA sovereignty or broken promises by Mexican governments or Argentinian, Chile governments, and U.S. governments, which the U.S. is the puppet master, along with Canada. But we must hold back true international law, so we could be respected once again, and have maybe one day our own army again, have our own economy running again, so that we can have mansions, so that we can have lands, where our kids could thrive, and future generations could thrive and have something to pass on. I'm Chuj Kitze, Nawa Pipil Isaku, here at the Los Angeles Forest with my friend Jaguar Cloud, Papa Xuvan, and just want to say peace and just keep your defenses up.
One thing that I gotta add is that the reason that we push for it is because our people have always adapted. So therefore, by not learning more than the basic language that we speak, we're showing that we're incapable of doing what our ancestors did. So really, it's a matter of just adapting and having to accept it. I mean, these are not the times that we used to live in. This is a whole different time, and different wars are being fought for different reasons. And well, at least on that part, let's keep that beneficial for our people. Like he said, it's very important, and I agree 100%. I'm Az'un Papul Xuvan. Our past, our land, our bloodline, our future.
So the mountains